Hi.
Hi.
Isn't that the start in the Taylor Swift song?
What?
Like he counts down like 3, 2, 1. I'm a real tough bitch. I can handle. Isn't that in there? Isn't there like an? Okay.
I think so.
It's like in the background. I'm a real
Probably.
tough bitch. I can handle my shit. Hey. Whoa. Hi. How are ya? Good. Whisper.
Hi.
Good. Got your hair in the ponytail.
Yeah.
You got split ends.
Yeah.
I wish she would let me cut them. It can't be that bad, right? Your hair's even. It's not like you need like special stuff with the bangs and stuff.
What do you mean? My hair's not
I
even.
could literally just snip the end of the ponytail.
You probably could, yeah.
Would anyone notice if it's a little uneven in some random places?
I mean, it's already kind of uneven.
Exactly. I'm doing it. In your sleep. Or
Okay. She's gonna knock me out. Just wake up. What happened?
Drugs are bad. Do you want me to go first? I don't even know. I have a lot of like weird little facts. That are like mostly highlights that I've been gathering over the last.
Weird little facts.
Has it only been a week? Did we record last week? Really?
Maybe. Yeah. I feel like we did.
I think we did. It just feels like so long ago.
I don't know.
Time
is a construct.
Trying to sell things on Facebook Marketplace
sucks.
Is fucking disaster. Okay. Let's see here. Highlight. Oh yeah, all my facts. So, because we get our news from Instagram
and TikTok
and Tickety Talk. So what do we have here? The Pacific Northwest. Well, I don't think it's Northwest. Pacific Island Indigenous Chiefs. Have you seen this? I'm just not even gonna ask that.
Nope.
Indigenous Chiefs. They got together. Apparently, I think it was in April, and they signed a treaty that made all whales and dolphins to be like gaining legal personhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So they did this already in New Zealand, and I think a couple other countries. I literally just saw it like 10 minutes before. So I thought that's cool.
That is cool.
I mean, that's really big.
Yeah.
They did. It was like 4 other countries it listed, and I think one of them was like a Spanish-speaking country, like Spain or Barcelona or something. Something with a B. Baklava? I don't know.
I think that's a
Baklava. Aladdin. Yeah. I mean. Oh, Ecuador. One of them was Ecuador.
That's an E.
It's Spanish. People would get real upset. I'm so sorry,
They're
Latin American heritage people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's huge. So now we just have to mimic that thinking everywhere else. So there was another place. I think one of those countries it listed where they made it's all indigenous like culture people doing this. They named Pocahontas at its finest. They named two rivers, whatever area it was in. They gave them personhood. It's kind of cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh geez, should I just like rattle off all these facts?
Sure. What else you got? Fire away.
I think this was in. They mentioned this in that Secret of the Whales show on Disney Plus on the Beluga episode.
Okay.
I think it had to be because you might remember the narwhal that joined the the group of beluga boys. So he's a male too, and there was already this in particular one. I think that we're following, like it's gotta be the same family, but he's coming into like maturity where he's like gonna go find a girl.
Oh, okay.
And in 2019, I think it was, they did find a baby Narluga.
A Narluga.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. So that would be kind of cool. I mean, from what I could tell, I think they're like more like gray, right? They're
What?
not white like the belugas.
Narwhals? Yeah.
Are they
I
gray?
feel like they're more gray and stuff.
Yeah.
They look freaky.
Well, they look very similar,
Yeah.
and they're in the same family as the
Mhm.
beluga, so it makes sense.
It's a different subspecies or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's kind of like the fin whales and the blue whales, I think, have babies.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot more and more because there's less and less blue whales, but they're like very similar in size.
Huh.
They're like the closest.
Uh-huh.
So it makes sense. What else? Oh, yeah. There's a group of killer whales that are called the B1 killer whales. They live somewhere cold where there's like icebergs and stuff because there's only 100 of these in existence apparently. Which
Are they in Antarctica?
well, where are icebergs? They got like either
North
Alaska
Pole and South
or yeah.
Pole. Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't say where I could find. But I mean, I'm guessing they travel. Do they really? I feel like dolphins are ones that like kind of stay more in like the same place.
And so do certain pods of killer whales.
Well, yeah, ours
like
here.
aren't there certain pods that don't really migrate? Like the transients don't.
Yeah.
And like
And they're killer whales,
don't the killer whales in like New Zealand and stuff? I don't think they really migrate, do they?
I guess not. No. Okay.
And like the ones in Norway, like they stay in Norway.
Yeah.
Like the killer whales up in Norway and stuff.
Interesting. I mean, it's even more evident right there with those little things that like they are separate. What is it species, family, whatever we talked about last time with the taxonomy? I don't know.
I think they're trying to make them different species.
Subspecies. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, they have this thing that they do, which other orcas that do hunt seals on icebergs might do this too. What did they call it? Hold on. They have a funny name for it.
Oh, is that where they?
Oh, hold please. Where? Oh, and I have another thing too that isn't whale related, but where are you? Ugh, I think it's hold.
I'm holding.
Hold.
After y'all, right here.
Where'd it go?
Is that the thing where they break the ice?
No.
Oh, because that's really cool.
Oh, here we go. So a drive-by, like when you're
like
looking...
a drive-by shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
No. So violent. Like what those idiots did when they came and asked if this place was for rent.
Oh,
like
okay.
A drive-by.
Yeah.
Like looking at a house or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so the orcas, they like swim by the iceberg and they kind of poke their head up like a spy hop, but like not fully. It's called, I just had it, a spy drive, spy by.
A spy by?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Spy by.
Check it out.
Yeah,
see what's
they
there.
literally like lift their head for 2 seconds and they go back down. It's not even like a full lift. Like it's kind of like they're not like this, like totally upright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I thought that was cute.
It is cute.
Okay, I have one more. I think it's the one last animal fact. Where was it? This is up front here. The National Museum of Scotland. National Museum of Scotland just acquired a 240 million year old skeleton of pretty much what we know today as a Chinese dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's very from what I can tell from the picture of the skeleton, I don't think it has wings. It's more serpent-like.
Yeah, which was their take.
Yeah.
There weren't really any wings. It was more just like a giant serpent.
Yeah, I don't have the actual scientific name. I did not write that down. But yeah, 240 million year-old skeleton they finally have together. And isn't Scotland like... And, they even said, too, it's...
Like, they found it in Scotland?
I don't know if they found it in Scotland.
Oh.
But they might have, because they were kind of comparing it to the Loch Ness, but it's not. It's... Because people were thinking, like, oh, is this the Loch Ness Monster? But it's not. It's got, like, different vertebrae or something that distinguishes it from... Yeah.
Look.
Nessie. So I thought that was cool. I learned a lot this week. I like the spy-by.
The spy-by.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do my new moon intention instead of a low light. Okay. I don't really have a low light. I'm going to Denver. I'm getting on a plane on
She's
Saturday.
leaving me for 5 days.
I'm sorry. It was a birthday present. He did
it. Was. I did kind of do it to myself.
Him and my best friend. Thank you. So excited. I've never been to Denver, so I'm bringing my inhaler because I might die from the altitude.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Maybe after, I would say by like, I don't know, maybe by like Sunday. You probably start feeling a little bit better. Maybe by Monday.
Okay.
Probably by the time you're gonna, come home is when you'll be like, oh, it's nice here. And then, yeah.
That's how we used to get when we camped, right? We would like get so used to the routine.
You just get so acclimated, and then it's like, oh, it's time to go home now. Like kind of like when we went to Susha. Like by that second day, it was like, oh, we're kind of in the swing of things. Oh, wow.
We were there were we even there for 24 hours? I feel like we've mentioned this many a time.
We weren't. We were there for like 20.
Just shy of a day.
Changing that. We're changing.
What do you mean?
There's not going to be any more shitters full.
Oh, eventually. Yeah. No. So, review. Do you remember what the waning moon phase is all about?
Isn't that about letting go of things?
Close.
No. I should remember these things.
Try
to talk about
one more time.
Is it the opposite of letting go of things?
Holding on to grudges.
Yeah.
No?
No.
All right. It's about balancing yourself.
Oh, okay.
Mind, body, soul, all that. Getting them all on the same level scale. One is not being more in tune than another. Yeah.
I felt that.
I was just thinking about it this morning. I didn't really do that, but I kind of like went a step further with it. Just stuck with the soul. So I guess I have to get more in the French lessons. I've been really slacking. So mind is not going. I'm reading a lot of books, learning a lot of things. I guess that's considered still mind. So.
Yeah, learning and reading and doing all that stuff.
It's just mind. So like, it's something I do like all the time that I don't even think about it. Is that how you feel when you're like, I don't know, like working your brain on a project?
Yeah.
Do you even consider yourself like how much you're learning new like all the time?
Not really.
Yeah.
Even though like I know like I'm retaining things and like learning new things and all that, it doesn't even
register.
Yeah.
As that. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. This is what school needs to be. Did you know that only 9% of plastics have ever been recycled? That blows my mind. What have we been doing these last however many years since recycling came about? Only 9% of it. The rest of it ends up in landfills, oceans. Awful. Well, enter CBAR. So they are dedicated to cleaning up the ocean's trash. They pick up a pound of trash for every order that is made. That's insane.
These people are so dedicated to this mission, and that is why we decided to apply for them as a sponsor, and we got it. We're so happy that they're going to be supporting the show. With our code, you get 15% off your first order. They are a company that makes shampoo and conditioner bars, and it's so cute. They come in this, they look like deodorant, and it's like a Destin's sister called it a push pop. So it's literally like a little deodorant, and you can get refills too. So when you run out, you just take that thing out and then you put a new one back in. They have really, really good smelling scents for their bars. When I use the shampoo, it feels like I'm just like getting a essential oil bath on my head. It's so great. And you just smell so refreshingly. And my hair really feels like so soft and just healthy since I've been using it. So with our code Third Eye Sailing, you get 15% off your first order. I hope you guys give it a try. We love this company and we love what they stand for. So on us, guys. Thanks, and thanks for listening. Thank you, C-Bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. It shouldn't be where you hate going to school because I have to learn this today. You shouldn't even register on your brain as
I have to learn this today. Yeah. Why is that? Because there would be too much variety, and then they wouldn't be training clones to.
Because the conservative Christian side of the country has groomed our education system to be exactly what they wanted it to be over the last 40 years. TikTok factory.
Patriarchy is a scam.
Life is a scam.
Life is a scam. Capitalism is a scam. I'm leaning in to the scam.
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 Scam. Merch coming soon. Scam.
Wait a minute. My new moon and tangent.
Yeah.
I can't forget.
Tangent.
You're next. Get ready. What did I say? Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if I've said this too much, but I've been dabbling. I've been really heavily dabbling into the writing novellas, novels-ish-esque, not essays, because that, I don't know.
That's not true.
That's not true. They're definitely longer than essays.
Yeah.
So I just have been I think I've been struggling with embracing, I was really leaning into my optimistic rainbows and butterflies, maybe a little, a lot, not too much. No, I wasn't totally delusional with what was going around me. I still pay attention to news things, and I don't just be turn it off. I'm I'll listen if it's around me, so I'm informed, and I'll ask questions because I'm curious and I need to know where I stand with things going on in the world. Not that it matters, I guess. No, it does, because one person can make a difference. God damn it.
Yeah.
So, in the midst of all that, all the chaos going on in the world, a pink can tend to disappear into their little joy bubble, so they don't have to feel all of the awful things. And with this new idea of this book that I'm going to start, it's really gonna hit my dark sides of just everything. This character that I'm creating, very, very, very dark, and I'm kind of scared to write it. But so what I concluded the other day was that it's okay to be scared, but we working toward balance all the time. We need the light and the dark to be human. I mean, you're not gonna have one without the other, yin and yang, so you better just embrace both. Don't ignore one, because then the other one is gonna suffer. So it all has to be cohesive, and even scale. So that's what I'm working toward now, starting now, even though it's a little scary. Because I can so easily slip back into like this like very dark place. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what gets me too. Like, I'm probably not explaining this well, but it's like a seesaw. It can just go down. Mm-hmm. That's probably a mental illness in itself, but
probably.
You know,
therapy's expensive.
Yeah. Therapy is expensive. T-shirt. Better help. I think that's all I got for right now, as far as highlight, low light, new moon intentions. Your turn.
My turn. So I did kind of just think of like a new moon intention, like something that I want to kind of accept and like work on. And I think kind of going back to the whole balance thing of like balancing my expectations versus what I want to get done. So like this weekend I have this big giant list of stuff that's on my to-do list. And I guess I was getting slightly anxious about it yesterday. Like there's a lot to do. And like I want to get all this done. And I want to be able to go sail. And da da da. And I'm like, I gotta just take a step back and just try to prioritize a couple things. And at the end of the day, be accepting of, well, what gets done, and what doesn't get done. And I think moving on the boat will kind of help that in a way, because I won't feel as stressed about trying to get all of the little projects done in a weekend when we'll have all the time in the world. And I guess also balancing my expectations of, I guess, just the sailing lifestyle out here is different than, I guess, what I just remember it being in New York, which, like, we've talked about this, but just with the tide and just like having to really time everything around the tide. And there may be days where we may want to go out, but we may physically not be able to because high tide is at 5 a.m. and we're not morning people.
We have to just accept some things about ourselves.
Just kind of accept that, well, there may be days or weeks or
we don't need to change us to adapt to a certain lifestyle. We're choosing to integrate all of these things into our already existing personality, but it doesn't mean we have to like necessarily change little habits like that. Like, there is something to be said about practicing what you preach, right? Like, we talk all the time about sustainability and stuff, so we try our best to make sure that we're living that life too, because that's important. We can't fucking tell people don't use plastic straws, and then we're using plastic straws. That's just an example, but like you can't do it. You just like and then I think again, what did I just say to my sister the other day? Capitalism is a scam, but we're going to Disney World in August, which is the capital of capitalism in America. So, I live in my hypocrisy just a little bit because, like you said, like, what did you say to me? We have to live in the world.
Yeah, in this super capitalist society. 3D. Like, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know,
we need to find if that thing that we're choosing to do brings us joy and it's not necessarily hurting people like out front in your face, then yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's there's really no winning when it comes to like rearranging what we're gonna have to do in our daily life to be able to, function. We're gonna have to change some things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're not. I don't think we're gonna be. I say we're not gonna be buying a lot of stuff, but I think we'll constantly be buying things. But
what do you mean?
We'll just
boat stuff.
I mean, we'll just have to be careful with like stuff that like we buy because we won't have a lot of room. Which I guess in a way will kind of be nice because it's like, oh well, do you really have room for that? No.
Okay.
That's why our storage unit's going to be bad. Like once we move to Friday Harbor and get a storage unit, we're gonna be like, we don't have. Well, technically we do.
And then we're gonna have to move all and have another storage unit.
and I think our whole decision to try to get winter mortgage, like try our 100%ist.
You're gonna give our secret away. But fine, do it.
Is I think kind of helping my little bit of anxiety in a way because like July and August here suck. Like we know this. I think even without crabbing season being July and August. Remember there was no wind. It was hot and not windy just like
so like yeah.
We were kind of like, oh well, it's crabbing season and it kind of works out because there's no wind
just
today.
Air
yeah.
Which it didn't used to get that hot. This is only in the last like 5 years, fucking climate change. But yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. Just that's just kind of been going over in my head. I'm just kind of like, I don't.
I got deja vu when you said manage expectations because I think you've said it before. I don't know if it was on here or just to us.
It was
like,
on here. I think last year around this time.
Every time you say it, you're more. It sounds like more thought out in your head. Like the expectation thought is like evolving more and more to where you're giving yourself grace, but you're also like, still have that like fire lit under you where you want to do all these things and I mean that's what's you're half of this team. You're keeping us afloat with just like, I mean, I would have no. We just care. We've been saying this a lot. We prioritize very different things.
Yeah.
Just because of who we are as people and our lens that we see the world through, and that's okay. And I don't know if I said it on this, or last week, but like with greens and with indigo, so you're green, I'm an indigo, you have the lens, like the logic vision lens, that you're able to see the world 20 paces ahead through like a technical standpoint. Like the world is what it is, but this is how I can make it better technically. It doesn't have to be like IT, but just like technically.
Yeah.
And then the indigo is I see the world like emotionally 20 steps ahead. Like not seeing the future, but like being able to feel where things are needed in the world. Healing is like a whole on like a emotional plane. And I think that's what is making us such a good team with this. Which is so cool. What else you got? High lows? Anything?
No.
No?
I kind of changed to the moon intention-y thing.
Okay.
I couldn't think of a high low, so.
Well, okay. So I
What time is it? What are we?
What are we at?
What are we at here? 27.
Okay. I have time, I think, to do this.
Yeah. What you got?
So, just been diving in more to my colors after reading, shout out Mystic Michaela, Know Your Aura. I learned so much from listening to your show, you and Scotty. I just read the What's Your Aura book. Or is it What's My Aura? I'm sorry, I might be getting the title wrong, but it's her latest book. So, she talked about indigos a lot, of course, all the colors she did.
Mm-hmm.
But what stood out to me, which I like totally resonated with, was how indigos really are good at like categorizing. We like categorizing people like with in terms of like psych and like mental health and
okay.
It just like helps us make sense, and that's what she did. Like she made this whole aura color system, and now I mean that's what she uses as her language of how to like make sense of people and like how to better communicate with them. And it's very similar to what people do with the zodiac signs, with the personality, like the A, B, C, A type personality.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that's called. Is it like archetypes? I can't remember.
Maybe.
But yeah, so I mean, I decided to dig in and do like a whole list. I still a lot more to learn about all the zodiac signs, but I mean, I've always been interested in star signs, and there's just so many. Like, I never really took the time to look at all of the kind of loose personality traits of each one. So, and what also drove me to do this was watching Wish, because it's all about stars, and I don't know, I just like stars. It just took off. So, loosely, this is what I have. I have like a list. I have all the colors, which orange, I've learned a lot about orange. Didn't know that was an aura color, but that's in there now too. I have, so aura color red. Actually, do you want to read this? I have it all written out, and I can kind of fill in the blanks as you go.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can do that.
It's all very nicely noted.
So reds, we have natural leader, blunt, passionate for justice.
That's a big thing with reds.
What's
they've so you see a lot of reds in like political or like lawyery type.
Okay.
They're big on similar to yellows, like really big on rules. And if someone, but with the difference between yellows and reds is like if a red someone isn't following a rule, they see it as like, you're not better than anybody, so why do you think you can do that? That's how the red kind of sees it.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Yep. Zodiac signs associated.
This is what I think. This is my guess.
Leo, Aries, and Capricorn.
Okay. I mean, do you know anyone? Do you know any? Oh, your dad. Your dad is an Aries, right?
Because I don't know the months associated with them.
I don't know them perfectly either, but I think
I feel like he is an Aries.
April, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an Aries,
April,
and he's a red. He's a red purple.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think of other reds. What else was on that list?
Leo.
Janelle is a Leo, but she's not a red. I'd have to like go back. I gotta like go back and like name a bunch of celebrities or people we know. Okay.
Greens. Methodical, visionary, open-minded.
Would you concur with that statement? Would you like to add anything?
I'd say
Girls.
Overthinker.
Oh, overthinker. Greens tend to go into themselves.
Yes.
Similar to indigos, but different. Can you explain the difference? Do you feel the difference?
By going into them.
Like, if there's a conflict, you'll kind of, like, go into your shell.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I won't talk. I'll just kind of go into my shell and just think of all the different possibilities.
And
then someone gets mad at me when I'm in my shell. And I don't know how to say I'm in my shell.
Why do you think that is? What makes you... I guess that's just your lens. But
what?
I can't understand that. Like, you and Elena, you both do that. Where if there's, like, something uncomfortable that you don't know how to deal with, you just, like, run away. Almost. Like, go and, like, hide in your shell. Is that because you feel like you can't won't be able to handle the situation properly?
Yeah. I think sometimes it's like not like feeling like you're gonna say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or kind of get that feeling sometimes of, well, I'm not gonna say anything because anything I say is gonna make it worse.
Yes, that's a very great thing to say.
But I think a lot of it also is, I mean, I could see not being so much of a turtle if maybe I was raised differently.
Interesting. Say more.
Just, I don't know. We never really talked about big problems or issues or anything really, like, with our parents. They never, not out in the open. I mean, none of that kind of stuff was ever really brought up. We just kind of
shoved it under the rug
and moved on.
I think that's a lot of families.
So I think maybe if it was more of a,
what's bothering you? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and like, not saying, Dad, if you're listening, not saying
this is not attack on Boomer Day.
No, it's I think that my relationship with my parents now is a lot different than growing up or even teenager years. Like, I still kind of get that turtle sometimes, but it's more of like, I know, like, that I can talk to him about anything, and just, it's, I guess part of it too sometimes is, I think, looking for, I guess, the acceptance in a way, and more of like the verbal,
confirmation, validation. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We have a brand new sponsor. So excited. Naked Wines. I know them very well. We know them very well. I remember the first time when I was living with my mom still, we got our first box of all the different wines that we picked. And we became the house with all of the wine. We think we had a subscription for a while, and we would have like all of these like little gatherings, like family, friends. We just know we got the wine. It's covered. Just bring the cheese. Like that. We were the place, all gathered in our little kitchen. So, with our link, if you use our link, you're going to get $100 voucher. Hell yeah. $100 for your first box. Like, come on. That give me that. With our link, that's what you get. So, go for it, guys. Enjoy. You can take a quiz, and it was really cool. I took the quiz, and it matched me with like all of these different wines. Some, like, a lot of them I've honestly never even heard of. Like, we love wine over here, Dustin and I, but I've never really heard of a lot of these. There's chocolate wine. Did you know there's chocolate wine? Go for it. All right, use our link and you'll get that voucher. Have fun.
So, like, not saying that it never wasn't there. It's just different, And I guess I'm a bit more open on speaking my mind now than I was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's big. Yeah. Hashtag growth.
Hashtag therapy session today, I guess, is what our podcast is turning into. Zodiac signs: Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Aquarius.
Taurus, Virgo, and Aquarius. So you're a Sagittarius. Elena is a Green and a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to mention this. I think did I mention this to you? Yes, I did. So our rising, you and me, our rising sign and descending sign is opposite. So your rising
words.
No, wait, let me think about this.
I can keep going. You can think.
I have it written down. I know they're opposite, so my rising sign is Virgo, and my descending sign, I think, is Pisces, and your rising sign is Pisces, and so opposite. It's just opposite. So I just thought that was funny.
Well, opposites attract. So,
But it's just so, like, I see all this stuff all the time about, I really had to, like, deep dive on the rising and the moon sign and all that. Like, there's all these calculators, and you have to know the time of when you're born, because, like, with yours specifically, I did ask your mom. She thinks you were born at, like, what was it? She texted me. It was, like, 1 or 2.
In the afternoon.
Yeah, early afternoon.
Yeah.
So, but what's crazy about yours is, I think I told you, like, the moon during that time of the day was transitioning between Taurus and Gemini. Like, right at that time. So I have both written for you because, like, come on. Like, how? Because you really exhibit both characteristics of a lot of those. So. Next.
We have yellows.
Yellows.
They are organized, planner, loves a routine.
A routine.
Yes.
Your mother.
Yes.
My mother is coming back into her yellow. Why are both our moms yellows? I think it's a boomer thing.
Is it a mom thing? Because, like, my grandma's yellow.
I know. It's definitely a, how do I put this nicely? It's a traditional, yellows give me traditional female behavior.
Okay, yeah.
Like what a woman is supposed to be. And really what we all often strive to be, because society really likes yellows. It's very structured, routine. So who is Jennifer Aniston is a yellow, and she's got this whole thing with her food. Like, this was like a thing in the 90s, I guess. Like, ate the same salad every day, beautiful, gorgeous, like never gained any weight, so we know. And people like tried to mimic that. That's what diets are. They try and eat the same thing every day. But that's not everybody. That's a yellow. That is 100% a yellow. So that whole mentality of just like wanting to have that perfect little thing that you do all the time, and you never stray from the plan, and that's really hard for people that just don't naturally see things that way. So, like a purple.
Zodiac signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, and Libra. Libra.
Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, and Libra. Do I know any of those? I don't. Do you?
No.
Oh, wait, what?
Maybe.
Matt, your brother. I don't. He's
June.
in June. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't remember. I used to know. But
what's his date? Like birthday? Like June. Don't know his birthday. Sorry, Matt.
It's the 5th.
It's the 5th.
I'm pretty sure it's the 5th.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Love you, bro. Purples.
Wait a minute. Back up.
What?
Your mom, her birthday's
November 27th.
I feel like that's close to a Scorpio.
Is it?
It is. I just don't know if it's right on the cusp or
Because it'd be whatever signs
it's
before
October,
Sagittarius.
end of October. It might be. Okay, go ahead.
Purples, curious, artistic, passionate.
Yeah, that's a pretty vague.
Yeah.
Unpredictable. Zodiac signs?
Cancer, Leo, and Scorpio.
Yeah. The Scorpios, the more I learn about them, the more I gotta like find one. I feel no, I can't remember which one is right before Scorpio. Maybe it is Leo. I'm thinking of Megan and Trent. I just can't remember. I think their birthday's mid-September. I just don't know what that is. Next.
Pinks. See the joy in everything.
Yeah.
Devoted. Unbothered. Yeah. I can see
the unbothered. Can you? I'm bothered often, but I hold it in.
Zodiac signs, Pisces, Leo, and Scorpio.
I want to add Libra to that list because what were they again? Pisces,
Leo, and Scorpio.
Leo and Scorpio. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I have to go back. I'll have to read a book on all these fucking zodiac signs, just like I did the colors, and really dive deep. But I'm gonna add Libra because also with the yellow, pinks and yellows are really similar because they're very they see a lot of the details, and then the little thing with pinks is they like to make the details pretty, but details nonetheless. And that's definitely a Libra, I think.
Turquoise, impressionable, loyal, adventurous. We got Pisces, Libra, and Sagittarius for zodiac signs.
The Pisces, yeah, they're making sense because I think what I've gathered is Pisces can be very spiritual, and they can be like floaty, kind of like they're very. When I picture a Pisces, like I don't even know if this is her, but Elise. Hi, Elise. I don't know if she is. I don't know what May 1st birthdays are. See, this is what I need to research more. But who else? Pisces. I mean, I'm getting my descending is Pisces, so I think that's where the pig kind of comes in, just floaty, la la la. We end up being happy doing whatever we end up doing. Yeah. Is that all? There's
we
a
have
couple
blue. The helper, selfless, sees the good in everyone. Yep. Zodiac signs, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus. I would say sees the good in everyone until they're betrayed by that person, if that ever so happens to a blue. And then you can still start to get a bit more cautious. Still seeing the good in everyone, but a little bit more leery.
A little jaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've dealt with that. I think that's a very common blue issue.
I think because we can see the good in everybody, and then it's so much more of a shock.
Easier to manipulate in a way.
A little. I mean, I could see because just more caring and always want to help people, but that can easily be turned around and people can take advantage of.
Toxic fucking. Ugh.
Indigo. Big picture think. Big picture thinking.
Big picture thinking, like the green.
It's just it's a weird phrase. Introvert, highly sensitive.
Yeah. I can't really think of a better way to.
Just sensitive, just to your
everybody
environment,
else,
emotions around you, all that. Yeah.
Not like me sensitive, but in a way it does kind of. If you aren't aware, that it's everyone else's stuff, you're gonna think it's yours. Which, you know, that can also happen to the purples and the blues and the turquoises. But indigos, I think they're just, I feel it like, it's like a second skin almost that I'm now aware of. And I'm able to separate who's who. Yeah. Which has been, I mean, that's a big thing of what I've learned with all this color stuff. Like, I think people that are in a lot of like toxic friendships, relationships, like with parents, any kind of thing, you don't notice how much you're changing yourself to appease whoever you're trying to appease. And that, if you're doing that your whole life and then you find out like as an adult, it's kind of fucked up. And just, you gotta rethink everything. Your motivations, intentions with everything you do and have done. And you know, they say don't dwell on the past, but when you're going through these kind of like, you know, finding yourself spiritual awakenings, you do have to look backwards be like, oh, that's why I did that. And it might hurt and you might not like what you find, but you end up, you're learning the lesson that you were also supposed to learn even back then. It just happened a little late. You know, you learn lessons as you're going in the moment, but yeah, so it's all valuable. There's no, I don't think there should be any such thing as a regret, because
I mean, you won't learn unless you make mistakes. Like that's literally the only way to learn is to be bad at something and fail at it and then learn how to be good at it. Like,
and that's kind of how I entered into sailing. I tried to learn as much as I could, but it just wasn't working for me. So I knew even before we started that I was going to learn the most by getting on that boat with you and fucking up and making stupid decisions and chaotic moves. And
that's how both of us learn.
I think it's been great.
Yeah. No, it's been great.
That's been like one of the most fun parts about it. It's just, I mean, learning. It hasn't, I think other people might consider it stressful.
Yeah. And like, it can be at times, but like,
for sure.
Once we're out of the marina, I'm really not all that stressed.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but like,
it's a different kind of stress.
It's a different kind of stress than like, oh, there's...
It's like an adrenaline stress.
Yeah.
Kind of. Even though we're going super slow, it's still adrenaline. You're on the freaking open water. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
But it's you know, you're not trying to, you know, maneuver a 10,000-pound boat, you know, through docks and dealing with current and just all of the being on display. You know, I guess that's kind of the big thing too. Like you're you know, on display.
Did you feel like you were on display in New York? Or like when you were with your dad?
A little, but like that marina, I feel like it wasn't as busy.
Which way? We're talking about Sodus, right?
Yeah.
Sodus, New York, Marina. Okay.
Like it was, but it wasn't at the same time. I don't know. It was just different.
I'm picturing the Genesee River.
Oh, I mean that was
different. That
was different.
Place.
that was.
You're on display there.
Oh yeah. You're.
Everybody can see when you fuck up.
Where Sodus, it's like,
It's still small.
Oh, I mean it's definitely smaller than the Blaine Marina, though. I mean there was maybe 100 slips, maybe.
What were the zodiac signs of the Indigo?
Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, and Pisces.
Yeah, lots of Aquarius stuff with the empath colors, the purple, blue.
And then we have oranges.
Oh yeah, orange.
Our last one. Driven, creative, innovative. Gemini, Leos, and Capricorns.
So this is so bad. Colors, they're not good or bad, but you know who I think of when I think orange? Any guesses?
Trump.
Yes!
Isn't he? Did someone actually, like, is he actually an orange aura?
I never heard any confirmation. I haven't looked. I've kind of been too scared.
Yeah.
I just, like, Mom has asked me before, and I haven't really wanted to put myself in that energy space.
That dementia energy.
But, like, I just think it's so funny that everybody called him the Orange Man because of the spray tanning. And a lot of the personality traits really line up. What were the zodiacs again?
Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn.
Yeah. Geminis, I don't think I know a Gemini. But I heard they're kind of funky. Funky people. So I have more deep diving to do with that zodiac color combo language. But I do want to learn more about it.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Do you want to combine another language? Do you have another suggestion for anything else that I can put with those?
Let me see what we're doing here. We are at 52 minutes.
Oh, no!
So we can table it for next time.
Yeah. Do you have any last minute things? Green? Anything? Oh. I took up the entire time.
Yeah.
This was a me episode.
It's okay.
You can have it next time.
Yeah.
With green tech.
Because there'll be a lot.
Will there?
Probably.
Oh, because it'll be after your... Yeah, when I... Oh, yeah. Well,
I could tell you all about my adventures, even though you'll probably hear about them before then, but then you can hear about them again on the podcast.
Yes.
Because it's how we roll.
Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the flip side on the mountains when I come back. I'll tell you about that stuff too.
Yeah. Fun. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.